From big block thunder to disco-era swagger, these cars defined America's 1970s. In this episode, we explore 10 classics from America's most iconic cars from the 1970s. Each car tells a different story: design, engineering, culture, and the small details that make old-timers feel alive. No 70s American car wore swagger better than the black and gold Bandit Trans Am. Built during 1977-1979, the Pontiac Firebird Trans Am Special Edition represents the engineering priorities and driving culture of its time. The Special Edition package added gold pinstriping, a gold bird decal, and deluxe trim. Smokey and the Bandit turned the 1977 SE into a pop culture superstar. Pontiac 400 V8 power defined the image, while many later cars used Oldsmobile's 403. The Shaker hood scoop sat high through the hood and became a Trans Am signature. The 1978 WS6 package sharpened handling with better suspension, steering, and 15x8 snowflake wheels. Trans Am sales hit a record 117,108 in 1979, showing how strong the formula still was. Today, it stands out as a collectible oldtimer because it combines period character, mechanical personality, and a story enthusiasts still care about. America's fiberglass sports car spent the 70s balancing style, speed, and new regulations. Built during 1970 to 1976, the Chevrolet Corvette Stingray represents the engineering priorities and driving culture of its time. Its Coke bottle C3 shape was heavily influenced by the Mako Shark 2 concept. Independent suspension and four-wheel disc brakes kept real sports car hardware under the fiberglass body. The 454 Big Block arrived in 1970 and peaked at 425 gross HP in 1971 LS6 form. Compression and power dropped as emissions rules and unleaded fuel took hold mid-decade. A urethane front bumper came in 1973 with a matching rear impact bumper in 1974. 1975 brought the first catalytic converter Corvette, and 1976 was the last official Stingray year. Today, it stands out as a collectible oldtimer because it combines period character, mechanical personality, and a story enthusiasts still care about. The Challenger RT was Mopar's short, sharp answer to the peak muscle car war. Built during 1970 to 1971, the Dodge Challenger RT represents the engineering priorities and driving culture of its time. Built on Chrysler's E-body, it shared roots with the Barracuda but rode a longer 110-inch wheelbase. RT stood for Road Track, the line's top street performance trim. For 1970, buyers could order 383 Magnum, 446-pack, or 426 AMI V8 power. Options like the Shaker hood and pistol grip 4-speed made the car even more memorable. Insurance costs and tightening emissions rules killed the RT after 1971. Hemi and convertible RTs are now among the most valuable Mopars ever built. Today, it stands out as a collectible oldtimer because it combines period character, mechanical personality, and a story enthusiasts still care about. If the 70s had a poster car Mopar, the Cuda is near the top of the list. Built during 1970 to 1974, the Plymouth Cuda represents the engineering priorities and driving culture of its time. The 1970 redesign moved Barracuda to Chrysler's new E-body platform. The Cuda name marked the high-performance versions, with engines from 340 to 426 Hemi. Shaker hoods, hockey stick stripes, and bold high-impact colors sold pure street drama. The 1970 AAR Cuda homologation special used a 346 barrel and side-exit exhaust. A new four-headlamp nose arrived for 1971 before power and compression were dialed back. Hemi Cudas, especially convertibles, became blue-chip collectors decades later. Today, it stands out as a collectible oldtimer because it combines period character, mechanical personality, and a story enthusiasts still care about. Chevy's second-generation Z28 mixed pony car style with serious small-block handling. Built during 1917 and 1974, the Chevrolet Camaro Z28 represents the engineering priorities and driving culture of its time. The all-new 1970 Camaro was longer, lower, and wider than the first generation. Its solid lifter LT1350 was rated at 360 gross HP in 1970. Special suspension, quick steering, and front disc brakes gave the Z28 real road race flavor. The badge carried genuine Trans Am credibility from Chevrolet's late 60s racing success. Power fell as the decade changed, but the chassis stayed one of the best in the class. The Z28 disappeared after 1974 and returned for 1977. Today, it stands out as a collectible oldtimer because it combines period character, mechanical personality, and a story enthusiasts still care about. The Mach 1 defined the big-body Mustang years with stripes, scoops, and big-engine bravado. Built during 1971-1973, the Ford Mustang Mach 1 represents the engineering priorities and driving culture of its time. The 1971 Mustang grew dramatically in size, becoming the largest first-generation Mustang. Mach 1 became the main performance image model after the Boss 302 and Boss 4329 ended. Engine choices ran from the 351 V8 up to the 4329 Cobra Jet in 1971. Its sports roof body, NASA twin-scoop hood and side graphics created the trademark look. For 1972, Ford switched from gross to net horsepower ratings, shrinking the brochure numbers. Mach 1 remained the best-known performance Mustang of the 1971-1973 era. Today, it stands out as a collectible oldtimer because it combines period character, mechanical personality, and a story enthusiasts still care about. Few American names hit harder in 1970 than Chevelle SS 454. Built during 1970 to 1973, the Chevelle SS 454 represents the engineering priorities and driving culture of its time. The 1970 LS6 454 was officially rated at 450 gross HPA and 500 pound-feet cowl induction. Hood hardware became one of the SS 454's signature features. Lower compression arrived for 1971 as fuel quality and emissions rules changed. In 1972, net horsepower ratings made the same cars look far weaker on paper. Chevrolet's 1973 Colonnade redesign softened the hardtop shape and marked the end of the pure early SS era. The SS 454's short run helped make it one of the most revered GM muscle cars. Today, it stands out as a collectible oldtimer because it combines period character, mechanical personality, and a story enthusiasts still care about. The Eldorado convertible was 70s American luxury at its biggest and boldest. Built during 1971-1976, the Cadillac Eldorado convertible represents the engineering priorities and driving culture of its time. It used front-wheel drive, a rare layout for a full-size luxury car of the time. Cadillac's 500 cubic-inch V8 was the largest regular production passenger car engine in America. Its huge proportions, long hood and formal trim captured peak 70s Cadillac style. Massive Federal Impact bumpers reshaped the car for 1973 front and 1974 rear standards. Cadillac marketed the 1976 model as the last American convertible. That claim made many 1976 cars instant collectibles, even though convertibles later returned. Today, it stands out as a collectible oldtimer because it combines period character, mechanical personality, and a story enthusiasts still care about. AMC's sharpest 70s coupe proved the underdog could win on track and street. Built during 1971 to 1974, the AMC Javelin AMX represents the engineering priorities and driving culture of its time. The 1971 facelift added aggressive fender bulges and one of the wildest noses of the era. AMX became the performance package on Javelin after AMC dropped the two-seat AMX. The top street engine was AMC's 401 V8, backed by strong torque and compact size. Penske and Mark Donohue helped Javelin win the SCCA Trans Am title in 1971 and 1972. The optional Pierre Cardin interior brought multicolor fashion straight into the cabin. Lower production numbers make Javelin AMXs rarer than Big Three pony cars today. Today, it stands out as a collectible oldtimer because it combines period character, mechanical personality, and a story enthusiasts still care about. The Pacer turned 70s practicality into one of the decade's strangest American icons. Built during 1975-1980, the AMC Pacer represents the engineering priorities and driving culture of its time. AMC designed it from the inside out, giving it a very wide cabin on a short wheelbase. The passenger door was about 4 inches longer than the driver's for easier rear seat access. It was originally engineered around a rotary engine before AMC switched to inline-six power. Its huge glass area created the famous fishbowl look and excellent visibility. Launched after the fuel crisis, it promised compact packaging but was not especially light or thrifty. Wayne's World later pushed the pacer from oddball to pop culture legend. Today, it stands out as a collectible oldtimer because it combines period character, mechanical personality, and a story enthusiasts still care about. Which 70s American icon still owns the road for you? Whether you prefer compact sports saloons, elegant coupes, or long-distance autobahn machines, this group captures why classic cars remain so fascinating.